Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hey there, kids, how are you doing? Welcome to today's class. Today is another painting session that we have here today, and I am super excited to have you here with me. Now, before we get started with today's class and what we're going to paint and all of the materials, let's talk a little bit about the certificate program as well as a little bit about your submissions. Now, coming to your certificate program, like you all know, you're getting certificates for the work that you're already going ahead and doing. Just one thing to go ahead and keep in mind is, firstly, make sure to attend all of the classes of any particular course. So let's say you're attending this painting course, like you all know, there are 6 classes as part of this course. Make sure to attend all of the 6 classes. The next thing to go ahead and keep in mind is to do all of your submissions. So if you're going ahead and attending this whole course, then you will have 6 submissions to do. So make sure to go ahead and do all of your submissions. Automatically, then we'll give you a certificate. Now, in the past, I've spoken to you a lot about why a certificate is important and what the significance of a certificate is. So I'm not going to go ahead and get into that today, but just make sure to go ahead and get one. Now, coming to your submissions, like you all know, you have the opportunity of getting selected as part of the top 10 and being showcased on our platform. But that is a great motivator. But irrespective, I want you to go ahead and do your submissions. I've been telling you about how sometimes you might not have a good day or you might not have a good submission to go ahead and upload. But irrespective, I want you to go ahead and do your submission. Now, why have I been so persistent about it is basically because I want you and me, both of us, to focus on one thing, which is basically growth. So as a teacher and as a student, we want to go ahead and look at growth or progress. We want to see that, you're doing well as a student and you're going ahead and, learning what you have to go ahead and learn. Now, the only way we can go ahead and judge that is basically through your submissions. So from class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to go ahead and see the progress you're making. Every class I see that little bit of change and I automatically know that you're learning what you need to go ahead and learn. So make sure to go ahead and do your submission. So as a teacher and you as a student can see the progress you're going ahead and making. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about today's class. Today's class is going to be all about painting a beautiful, beautiful sunset. Now, this sunset is actually inspired by one of the paintings that I've gone ahead and created, and I absolutely love this painting and created a tiny version of it, and we're going to go ahead and create a beautiful big version of it today. Now, before we get started, let's talk a little bit about the list of materials, and then I'll take you through the process of how we go ahead with our painting. So the first thing that you need for today's class is going to be a sheet of a paper. So here I have a sketchbook, a drawing book with me right here. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to your sheet of paper is to not have a sheet of paper that is very, very thin. So if you have a sheet of paper that is like an A4 size sheet of paper, or probably an unruled sheet of paper that you've just grabbed from a book, what will happen is it'll be very, very thin. And when you add paint and a little bit of water, your sheet of paper might end up tearing. So make sure you have a good thick sheet of paper to go ahead and use so that your paint doesn't go ahead and tear your sheet of paper. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a pencil. The pencil is for drawing. Then you will need a brush. I've gone ahead and taken a synthetic brush from Camlin, and it is in the size 6. If you have a brush that is a little thicker or a little smaller, that is completely all right. Go ahead and take a brush that is convenient to you to use. You can also take a brush that comes with any of your paint sets. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a paint set. Here I have a watercolor paint set. This is a set of 24. Earlier I used to use a 12 color set. Now you can go ahead and use whatever set that you have. If you have a 12 color, 24 color, whatever you have will work absolutely well. Just make sure you have a good paint set with you. I will give you options if you don't have the particular colors that I'm talking about, or I'll go ahead and tell you how to mix the colors if you don't have the particular colors that I'm talking about. Now, apart from that, one thing also to keep in mind is if you do not have a watercolor cake set, then you can obviously go ahead and take poster paints, you can go ahead and take acrylic paints, or you can go ahead and take any other set of paints that you have lying around at home. All of those will work absolutely well. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a jug of water, and you can also have a black color marker with you. This black color marker could be used for outlining or going ahead and doing your border as well. So just have it handy just in case you need it. Now, since you have all of your materials ready with you, let's get started. We're first going to go ahead and start drawing. Now, for our drawing, we're going to start off with the border and then do a rough drawing of what our picture is going to look like. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with our painting. So first thing, let's go ahead and draw our border. I've gone ahead and taken a long ruler, and I'm going to go ahead and do approximately a 1 centimeter gap border all around on the 4 sides. If you have an already ruled you have already a sheet of paper with a border, then you don't have to go ahead and do this step. Excellent job, everybody. You're doing amazingly well. Perfect. Great. Amazing job. So I'm just going to wait here for a second, making sure all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your borders, and then we can go ahead and move on to your next step. Excellent job, everybody. Very, very well done. Amazing work. Perfect. Great. All right, so I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your borders, and now we can go ahead and move on to your next step of the painting. The next step is going to be to go ahead and draw a few hills or mountains that we're going ahead and drawing at the center of the page. For that, we're going to go ahead and take our ruler and draw a line right at the center of our sheet. Now, this is going to be sort of like the horizon line that's dividing our sheet of paper into two, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw sort of like a mountainous range on either side. Now, you can go ahead and do it the way you like. It can be small, big, whatever you like. Just make sure to have a nice, neat mountainous range. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Good work. Great. Perfect, everybody. Very, very, very well done. Amazing job. Perfect. Great. Awesome. All right, great. Now, since everybody's gone ahead and finished up with the drawing, we can go ahead and now start off with the painting part of it. Now, the first thing that we're going to go ahead and paint is going to be the ocean or the sea part of it. We're going to go ahead and take a nice light blue color and we're going to go ahead and cover that whole bottom box. Now, you can go ahead and take any other color that you have with you as well if you want to use a different color, but obviously water is going to be blue, so I'm going to be going ahead and sticking to that. It is the primary color, so it should be available in all of your sheets. So go ahead, all of your paint sets. So go ahead and grab that and let's get started. Now for this, you don't have to use a very thick color. You can go ahead and add in a good amount of water and spread your color out, especially if you're using watercolor. If you're using poster color as well, you can obviously go ahead and mix a little bit of water and your color will spread amazingly well and it'll give you an even look. Here, just make sure that your borders are nice and neat. You can see when I'm coming to my borders, I'm using a light hand and I'm drawing sort of like a line, so that to not go outside my box and make my painting look really neat and nice. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Amazing work. Good job. Really well done. Perfect. Great. So I'm just going to wait here for a second, making sure you've gone ahead and finished up this part really nicely and neatly. Amazing work, everybody. Good job. Really well done. Perfect. Great. All right. Very well done. Amazing work, everybody. Good job. All right, perfect. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with the bottom part of your ocean. So now we can go ahead and move on to the sky part of it. Now for the sky, we're going to go ahead and start off with the same blue again. So take the blue that you already have again on your brush and start by adding in a thin layer again on the top. Now we're going to have actually three colors for the top sky part of it. So the top most layer is going to be our blue and it's going to be a really thin section. So you don't have to do the all the way in. Just do a small thin section on top. Now here, just make sure you're not going ahead and sort of covering the rest of your sheet. Just make sure you're just doing it neatly and you're not going outside your line. So try to be as neat as you can when you're going ahead and painting this part out. Excellent job, everybody. Well done. Excellent work. Perfect. Amazing work, everybody. Good job. I'm going to wait here for a second, making sure all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your blues. Perfect. Very well done. Excellent job. Amazingly well. Perfect. All right, great. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your blue. Now we can go ahead and move on to your next color. The next color that we're going to be going ahead and using is going to be orange. We're going to go ahead and use it right below the blue that we have done right now. So for this, you can go ahead and mix your color if you do not have an orange. So the colors you will need to mix up your orange is going to be yellow and red mixed together in equal parts. You can go ahead and add in a little bit of water to dilute your color down so that you don't have a very thick color and it is similar to the consistency of your blue on top. Excellent job, everybody. All right, now let's go ahead and get started with that orange. So here you can see I'm going ahead and doing that orange right there. Perfect. Now you can go ahead and take it below like I am right here, or you can go ahead and do just a simple layer the way I've gone ahead and done it right there on top, whatever you prefer, but make sure you leave a good enough gap to leave your yellow for. Now if you want to go ahead and have a clean look to this, take a little bit of water and start blending your blue and your orange. Now your blue might end up looking a little more darker than it was earlier, which is completely completely all right. That's what tends to happen when there is a sunset. So here you can see I've gone ahead and taken a little bit of that and merged that in. Perfect. Excellent job, everybody. Really well done. Amazing, amazing work. Good job. Great. Really well done, everybody. Excellent, excellent work. Perfect. All right, so I can see all of your blending is going really well. Just one thing to keep in mind, don't add too much water while you're blending, because your sheet of paper might end up taking a lot of time to dry, which you do not want. Also, you don't want your sheet of paper to end up tearing, so make sure you're not using too much water. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. All right, perfect, great. So now everybody's gone ahead and finished up with their orange and their blue blending. So now we can move on to the next color, which is going to be yellow. So that gap that we have right there is for yellow. So grab a little bit of yellow and start painting it in. Now again, coming to your yellow and orange, you wanted to sort of blend out with each other. So go ahead and take a little bit of water onto your brush and start blending it out. Perfect. Excellent job. And there you go. You can see we have a beautiful yellow to orange to dark bluish color right there on top. It's looking so beautiful and so nice. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Perfect. All right, so while you're going ahead and doing this part, I'm going to just explain the next part of it. Now, the next part of it is going to be all about doing the mountains as well as doing the reflection. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a reflection for the yellow onto our ocean. So what we're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of yellow and add in a few lines right at the center over there. Now, the top part of it is going to be longer lines, but as you progress down, you want your lines to be a little thinner. And then what you want to do is you want to wash your brush off and then do a few strokes here and there, so as to make those lines look a little more blended and nice. So just make sure of this process, understand it a bit, and then go ahead and do it. Okay, I can see everybody's nodding their heads and is ready to go with this step. So let's get started. So taking the yellow, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and do a few lines. Like I said, on the top, I did thicker lines, and at the bottom, I did thinner lines. Now I'm taking my wet brush and blending this whole thing out, keeping it really neat and really nice. Now here, you don't have to be so precise when it comes to the blending, because it's obviously a reflection. It will depend on how the water is basically moving on how your reflection will look. So it's okay if you've gone ahead and done it in a little haphazard manner. It'll still look very beautiful. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Amazing work. Great. Perfect. Awesome. Really well done, everybody. All right, now while you're still doing this, let me go ahead and explain the next step. The next step is going to be to go ahead and fill up those mountains that we have. Now the color that I picked here for today is going to be a dark blue. That's what I'm using to fill up my mountains. If you feel you want to go ahead and use another color, then go ahead and do so by all means. You can probably go ahead and use black, or you can go ahead and use a beautiful dark brown as well. If you feel like going a little experimental, you can also go ahead and use a little bit of green, but I would suggest sticking to blue or black or brown. The color I'm going to be using today is going to be a really dark blue color, and I can see all of you are ready to go on this. So let's take our dark blue color and start filling up our mountains. Now here again, be a little careful when filling up the mountains. You don't want to go ahead and cover any of the top portions, bottom or side portions. You want it to be as neat as possible when it comes to doing the mountains. So as you can see, I'm doing it really easily and simply. Perfect. There we go. Amazing job, everybody. Well done. Perfect. Good work. So be neat and precise like I am right now. I'm not doing it in fast forward. I'm doing it really, really slowly. I'm taking my time to do it as peacefully as I can. Perfect. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Amazing work. Great. All right. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up this part of it. And now we can go ahead and move on to the reflection part of it. Now, while you're doing this, go ahead and keep painting. I'll just explain it in verbatim. So we're going to go ahead and follow the same sort of technique that we did for our yellow. We're going to go ahead and have sort of a reflection at the bottom. In order to create the reflection, we want to go ahead and keep the sides on the side thicker. And as we come closer, we want our lines to be on the thinner side. So how in the center we did a triangle like this, on this side we're going to have the thickness on the edges, and we're going to have thinner lines towards the center. So make sure of that, and again blending in the same manner. Good. All right, perfect. Great. Okay, everybody is good to go. So let's get started with the same thing. Here I'm going to first start off by drawing a simple thin line right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and start adding those thicker edges. Perfect. One done. And thicker edge on this side as well. One done. Perfect. Great. And then you can take a little bit of water and start blending that out as well if you want to. It's not a compulsion to do this. You can see in mine, because my sheet of paper was still a little wet, it automatically sort of gave that, reflection blended out look. So if you feel like you want to add in a little bit of water and blend it out, then go ahead and do so by all means. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. Excellent, excellent job. Perfect. Awesome. Amazing work. All right, so while you're finishing this up, let me give you the next step. The next step is going to be to go ahead and add in the sun itself. Now I'm going to be going ahead and taking a little bit of a white and drawing in a tiny sun right at the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of white and draw sort of like a reflection for that at the bottom. Now for the white, I'm not going to do any of the blending, because if I add in some water, what will happen is the white will sort of disappear. It won't really show, because white is already a very light color, which won't show up much already on the yellow. So having a little bit of not blending won't make a big difference. Just go ahead and take a little bit of white, add in a few lines, and you will be done. Excellent. Everybody's good to go. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of white onto our brush and add this in. So here you can see I'm just drawing that in really easily. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the reflection right there. Perfect. And there we have our finished painting. Excellent job, everybody. You've all done such an amazing job. I am so happy with your work. Great, 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 great job. Amazing. All right, great. So I am so happy with all of your work that you've gone ahead and done today. Amazing, amazing work, everybody, with your paintings. This sunset was such a beautiful sunset to go ahead and paint. In addition to what I had done earlier, I went ahead and added in the sun, which gave in a beautiful effect to this painting. I've looked at all of your works and you've done so amazingly well. The last step for this painting is going to be to click a picture and upload it, because I want to go ahead and see your submissions. Now you obviously have the opportunity of being selected as part of the top 10, so grab it while you can. And if not, and if you've just done an okay job, you've done an average job, irrespective, go ahead and make your submission so I as a teacher can see your work and can see the progress you're going ahead and making. Now, apart from all of this certificate program, we always discuss about it. So let's talk a little bit about it. Do your submissions and attend all of your classes. It's very, very important to go ahead and do so. And if you do both, then automatically you'll get a certificate, which you can showcase to all of your friends and family. And it's going to be so, so, so useful to you. Now, this we have another class as part of our painting course left, so make sure to go ahead and attend that class, and I will see you there. Bye bye, and have a look at the submission video. Bye again.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward